Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to this video here today. I'm going to be showing you 5 teams you should be doing a career mode with in FIFA 20. So make sure you leave a like on this video. Maybe if you want me to do some more, we'll talk about the teams and all that, and yeah, we'll see the options. But of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel for more FIFA 20 content anyway. So let's get right into this now. Who is going to be the first team on the list? And that is Bolton Wanderers. The teams on this list, a lot of them anyway, are going to be teams, maybe a couple of them are teams that are struggling. And Bolton Wanderers can definitely, there's definitely a case to be made for them. Recently, their manager has left, Phil Parkinson, along with his assistant as well, along with the other troubles we're going to talk about. The playing group is under a lot of fire as well, with the player strike, but that's because of going into administration. Players haven't been paid, so in turn, because of that, they've gone on strike. So I don't think that's going to be a feature in career mode for players to go on strike. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, how it is going to be in career mode for them. And as you can see, they've had a 12-point deduction as well. That's something, that won't be implemented into career mode exactly, but maybe you can lose the first, 4 games on purpose. I don't know, do whatever you can to maybe implement that in your own career mode, but just to put it into consideration how they're doing in real life after getting relegated. It is definitely a side, Bolton Wanderers. They're a side that needs rebuilding, not just their players but their whole club. So yeah, keep them in consideration. And their budget for the new game, this list is of FIFA 20 career mode transfer budgets. You can see there was about $1,350,000. That's okay. It's around the mark of the other teams in League One. So it's nothing bad. It's nothing too special. It is just all right. So these are the kind of teams that career mode, majority of career mode players love to do that road to glory. And oh boy, there is quite a few options. This year in FIFA 20. So that is the fun thing. That is the fun thing for the upcoming game. A lot of options. So let's move on to the next one right now. And this is Bury FC. So they're in a similar boat, but just a little bit more. Just a little bit more with them, and we will get onto them right now and see the trouble that Bury FC is in. So will you take a look at this? This is pretty stunning. This is stunning pictures right now. They're, again, similar troubles to Bolton Wanderers, going to administration. But yeah, this is, like me being from Australia, I don't know all the details, but they're suffering. They're suffering heavily. Take a look at that. There's like the casket there, like RIP, Bury FC. And they don't know their future, so they don't even know as well. They have no idea what's going to be the future of their much-loved club. There's older fans that have followed them their whole life, and they don't know what is going to be happening in the future. There's some fans they've gone to the stadium and they've left a rose there to show their support. And yeah, some fans are just going through a lot of pain right now. Like I said, a club, some older folk have been following since kids. Their parents and grandparents follow this club, and they have done exactly the same. And it's terrible. It's terrible to see a football club go through something like this. So even if you're not a supporter of them, it's definitely gonna give you a good reason to do career mode with them. And they've started. This is what I mean. They're minus 12, but they haven't even played a match. They haven't been able to get on the pitch. That's the crazy thing. If I say the next level from Bolton, Bolton's trying to catch up from their point deduction, but Bury, they can't even be playing games right now. So yeah, they're next level if you want a real challenge. But I don't know, is it going to be unrealistic if you're playing games? Let me know. Any of you Bury fans out there, maybe let me know even more the predicament of the future of your club. It's terrible. Like, if you're just a football fan and you don't follow them, it's terrible to see that happen to an older club, especially that's been around since 1800. So wow, yeah, it's absolutely terrible to see. So that's the reason they're right up there. And this is not in order. This is just 5 teams. It's not it is not like in order from 1 to 5, which is the best. It's just 5 different options for you guys out there to do a career mode. So back into the Premier League. So I know we've got 3 English teams already. A lot of you guys from the UK. So if you wanted a Premier League side, Aston Villa, obviously newly promoted back into the Premier League. They went big. They went big with the transfers, which is going to be something interesting we talk about with the transfer budget as well. So we just want to show a few faces, but look at that. They took their spending to more than 100 million for this season, and they've still got 35 million to play with. I know some of you might want to be realistic and don't want to spend in the first transfer window, because how realistic is it going to be Aston Villa spending over 100 million, and they spend that already? So let me know. Let me know about that. So it was a bit of a quicker one with Aston Villa, and of course, if we go back to talk about it a little bit, they had some good history. I remember quite a while back. I remember when I was in high school. This over like 10 years ago. I remember they had that good stretch. I think they finished 6th. They finished 6th for a few seasons. They were pushing for a Champions League finish, and then they really fell behind. So that's going to be your challenge, to rebuild them. They obviously still have the money in the club to challenge for that if they're spending over 100 million. So definitely back in the Premier League now, they'll have the backing for that. So you might say, okay, you've got 4 English teams now. I'm telling you now, the last one isn't an English one, just to give you a bit of an idea. But Salford, that's the thing. There's so many options from road to glories, and then, like I said, with Aston Villa, newly promoted side back in the Premier League. But Salford City, they're like the next, that's what everyone is talking about. Everyone is talking about their story, obviously owned by past Manchester United players. We'll take a look at that right now. Heroes, take a look. There's David Beckham there, the Neville brothers, there's Paul Scholes. There's so many names. Giggsy there as well. It makes me I want to do a career mode with them, but it's going to be a private one, because I know on YouTube it's going to be so saturated, and probably YouTubers bigger than myself will do that. So it's something I probably will do privately and enjoy a lot. Like I said, probably not for YouTube exactly, but you see David Beckham, and they did get their promotion last season from the conference, and now it was so exciting. The biggest thing a lot of people took from it is they're going to be in FIFA 20, forgetting about their real life, the predicaments of that in real life, actually getting into the football leagues, but being so excited. There was talk, should Vanarama, the conference, should it be in FIFA career mode in the future? I really would love to see that. Imagine getting promoted, the feeling of getting promoted just like this will be absolutely amazing. But the question is, can you continue this success that you see right here? It would be really good to see Salford go on to win the Champions League. Imagine you could do that, win the Champions League, win the Premier League in FIFA. That will be really, really cool. And then you can see their budget as well. Their budget, that's not too bad. So $1 million or 600k, almost up to that's 700, 1,700,000. So that's a bit to play with. And not too bad for a newly promoted side. And maybe you want to, because of the Manchester United names in the club, owning the club, you may want to give them extra money in the budget, the board takeover, if you want to do that. Whether it's realistic or not, for your own story, you may want to do that. You may see it happening at some point. We don't really know, but there's that fun level of taking them to continue up the leagues would be really, really cool. So the 5th and final team, this is not Bayern Munich, but it's the reserve side, the Bayern's reserve side. They actually got promotion. Into the 3rd division, and we know the German 3rd division, that's actually a road to glory I want to try. I'm not sure if it'll be with the Bayern Munich reserve side or another German team, but the going from the third German division opposed to starting in League 2. It's just something a bit different. It's something a bit different, apart from the general road to glory being in England, so to take away the 4 teams we're talking about already. So, yeah, there's a couple of those stars that were stars last season that helped them to the promotion. The promotion to, as you can see, they were all mainstays of the Bayern Munich reserves that got promoted into the 3rd division. Just says at the bottom right there, and they're all young talents as well. I believe that guy to the right, that Lars Lucas Mai, he's like the next David Alaba. That is that is a big comparison, but yeah, he is actually drawing a lot of those comparisons to him. So any of those guys you have expectations to maybe get into the first team of Bayern, what's their potential? But as you can see, as you expect, they would have a bit of money to splash. It will be very interesting how you manage them in the game, considering like if you're in control of them, you would have some connection. If it was real life, you'd have some connection with Bayern's first team, but it really won't be like that in the game. So if it was realistic, like in real life, they could send players from Bayern's first team, maybe some younger guys if they're not playing, to you. But it's career modes hasn't gone to those kind of depths at the moment. But to be able to take, imagine the reserve team, getting them into the first division, into the Bundesliga. That will just be, it'll be interesting. Imagine coming up against Bayern, the reserve team versus top team. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that happens. But anyway, those are the 5 teams. These are just 5 teams I think will be fun. You guys may have other suggestions. Get them up in the comments if you'd like me to do some more. Again, maybe that are not so heavy with the English teams. That's fair enough. But I get a lot of you guys, a lot of you man from the UK that watch my career mode videos and then just watch career mode videos in general, so you may be looking at English teams to do, but then I did chuck in the Bayern reserve side with their promotion. So 2 new teams in FIFA, like the Bayern reserve side and then Salford City as well. Let me know if you're going to take over any of these clubs, and let me know. Sure, do another video like this where I talk about some teams that'll be fun to manage, where they have good reasons to manage in FIFA career mode. So for more FIFA 20 career mode stuff, make sure you subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the very next one.